Well, based on the title and thumbnail, you already know what this video is about. So let's go ahead and show you what we got here. So first of all, this package took forever to show up. At least it seemed like it did. Got lost in the FedEx like black hole or something, I'm not entirely sure. What we got here though, got us a Grimspeed Jpipe gasket. Grimspeed hardware. Now this is just for temporary purposes. This is a adapter to go from the Jpipe to the factory mid pipe just for the time being. What I went with is the Turbo XS catted Jpipe. The Turbo XS one was probably one of the cheaper options as far as the Jpipes were concerned, at least the catted ones. And price really wasn't the reason why I chose it. There's two reasons why I chose it. One, if you look at it here, it is two pieces. So you got an intermediate pipe and a secondary pipe, which I think is going to make it so much easier to install. You don't have this big ass Jpipe hanging out off the ass end of the turbo while you're trying to get everything up in there and get all your nuts on and all that good stuff. Two, this is one of the few Jpipes, as far as the catted ones are concerned, that the cat is right pretty much in the same exact place as the Cobb catted Jpipe. Now the reason I did that is for the time being I'm going to actually be running the Cobb Stage 2 Plus OTS tune. I know people say you can run any catted Jpipe with an OTS tune, but I wanted to eliminate any other possibility of there being issues by just getting a Jpipe that was similarly designed to the Cobb one. That was my deciding factor. On top of that, it was one of the cheaper ones, and this one has a 100 cell cat, so it's one of the most free-flowing cats out of the bunch. Pretty much is like a catless Jpipe in a sense, but it does have a cat there, so don't have to worry about boost creep issues and whatnot. Hopefully not, anyways. So let's get the car up in the air and get this puppy installed. So I just want to start out and say this isn't really going to be much of like a how-to install video. I might kind of show a few things that I run into along the way, but it's not going to be an instructional video, more or less, just kind of a video of me installing the Jpipe. So first thing that you gotta do, and like I said, this isn't going to be a how-to video, but I just want to show you a few things. Gotta pull all this plastic Undertray off, as well as this skid pan, and that's going to give us access to the turbo where we need to unmount the Jpipe. Got the undercarriage cover stuff out of the way. Here's our turbo. Here's our Jpipe. So next thing I'm going to do here is disconnect the O2 sensors and start getting this heat shielding out of the way, because it's going to be a pain. Let's just do it. Okay, so for ease of removal purposes, I actually took the second half of the factory Jpipe out, leaving, I guess what you would call the intermediate pipe still up there, the one that actually has the main cat and the upstream and downstream O2 sensors. Now we gotta try to get these heat shields off and see if we can get this Jpipe off. Hopefully the nuts don't fight us, but if they do, I guess. We'll just have to work through it. Alright, after exchanging a few choice words, got this bad Larry off there. Now, honestly, it really wasn't all that bad to get off there. I mean, it wasn't the easiest thing I've ever done, but definitely wasn't the worst. I think the hardest part, honestly, is getting the heat shields off. Now, mind you, this is a car with almost 2,200 miles on it right now, so, I mean, a car with more miles on it and some crusty studs and crusty nuts might be a little bit harder, but I literally didn't put any penetrating oil on there, didn't heat them up, nothing. I just pretty much sent it, and it worked out pretty good, so. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these last two nuts out of here. Not nuts, studs, where the hell they are. Get those out of the way, because I got replacements, so we're not gonna need those. And I'd rather just put the new ones in and be done with it. Well, everything was going good until it no longer was, as usual with most projects. So we managed to, I'll just show you. Every stud came out perfectly okay, except this one. And it's not even one that's hard to get to. So, I don't know what happened. Like, it was coming out just fine, and then all of a sudden it just decided it was gonna hate life and die. Luckily, I bought new ones. That's why you buy new ones. So if you're gonna do a Jpipe install, please buy some new ones. They're cheap. These are garbage. Just buy new ones. Alright, if you ever run into this issue, just so you know, this is a M10 by 1.25 thread. One of those guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that tapped out here. Well, you guys, I completely screwed up and didn't film the rest of the Jpipe install. Once again, it really wasn't much of a how-to install, but it was more of a just me installing it, and to be honest, I got really stressed out once the tap came out, and I had to start drilling the turbo out and tapping it. It started getting late, had to work in the morning, so I just put the camera down and got it all finished up. But I'll show you what it looks like for now. There she is in all her glory. All the way down to the factory mid-pipe, which leads me to my next thing here. So when I ordered my Jpipe, I also ordered a mid-pipe, and for some odd reason, even though I ordered them from the same place at the same time and they shipped out at the same time, they decided to take two different routes. Don't know why. And the mid-pipe showed up like 2 days later. This is a PLM 3-inch non-resonated mid-pipe. Well, there she is in all of her 3-inch non-resonated glory. So this comes from a 3-inch down to, I believe this is like 2.5 maybe, which is considerably larger than the 2.5 or whatever the heck the factory mid-pipe is to the 1.5 inch. I don't know what the Y-pipe is, but it is much larger than that. Big, teeny. The guy she told you not to worry about, you. So I'm gonna go ahead and yank that factory mid-pipe out real quick and go ahead and get it stuffed under the car here. Before I stuff this guy in there, I just want to show a side-by-side comparison. Just how much bigger the 3-inch PLM mid-pipe is compared to the factory one here. Alright guys, got the mid-pipe all installed here. See, coming from the Turbo XS Jpipe. Joins right there and goes all the way back. Seems pretty tight. Doesn't look like anything's gonna hit or rattle. Now I want to be 100% transparent here. my nameless muffler deletes. If you look at that, there's some jankiness going on there. So fitment on that end was a little bit of a struggle. I'll go into why that's like that in a later video. But one other thing I wanted to note here is the flange on the PLM mid-pipe where it joins the axle back. The flanges are considerably larger on the PLM mid-pipe, or on the Y-pipe section of the mid-pipe. So I did have to slot out the holes where the bolts go through on the axle back section. It looks like you would probably have to do the same thing if you're wanting to run the factory mufflers still. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. I do recall when I ordered this mid-pipe there was a note warning people that this mid-pipe may not fit with other aftermarket components or factory components, which is obviously the case here, but I got it to fit for now. So anyways, that's gonna wrap today's video up. I was gonna do a start for you here so you can hear what it sounds like, but I'll do that in another video. I don't want this video being too terribly long. I'm trying to cut down on making like 9-hour-long videos. I don't think you guys want to watch 9-hour-long videos, so I'm trying to pack as much as I can into one, and then I'll do another one here with the before and after of the stock Jpipe and mid-pipe with the muffler deletes to the Turbo XS Jpipe to PLM 3-inch non-resonated mid-pipe. Anywho, if you like this video, smash that like button. Lets me know that you like the content that I'm creating, as well as lets YouTube know that you like the content I'm creating so that I can get in that YouTube algorithm. Also, if you aren't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. I'm not making you subscribe, but if you like the content, it helps me out in my journey to 1,000 subscribers. And also, once again, if you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll answer any questions you have, or any feedback that you have. Whatever you want, post it down there and I'll do my best to reply to every single one of you. That being said, we will see you in the next one.